Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, team. Into Friday. Let's end the week strong. I've had a great morning session already since NFP. Market being very kind, very obvious. Well, at least for me and how I like to trade. So what are we looking at here? Well, yesterday we did the damage. All right, the main target for this week was this red line here. All right, so you can keep using that as a big sentiment. 20,044, 20,045, might as well call it 20,050. What are the only targets we have left? We've talked about it. 200-day moving average and the top bowl. That also goes for the ES and QQQ and SPY as well. They're all looking for the same thing. So if you're looking and trading the SPY, top target is probably 573. If you're trading the QQQ, top target right now is effectively 491. And if you're trading the ES, do I have it on the ES? I do. Top target is probably around 5,779. All right, those are for the runners. If we get up there, so be it. Happy for that. Looking at the daily, what do we have? All right, we had failure underneath the bulls, drive up, mean reversion, 20-day, pull back, hold inside, failed to break down. There's your trap, push. Next trap, Wednesday, failed to break down. And last night, we also did a trap overnight. Okay, and I'm going to go over that in the hourly. If you notice, the traps are failures to break down, which trade upside. Failures to break down, which trade upside. Last night, same thing. Failures to break down, which trade upside. That's where the shorts come piling in. They're looking for breakouts. Remember, most traders in the market are breakout traders. So let's have a look at the hourly and get you all ready. I'm going to take the SVP off just so you can see it nice and clear. This was the move yesterday afternoon. All right, so we had that big drive up. We were long in this drive up in the morning. We were then short on the fade back down. Now, I didn't take this short right at the end of the day. I was away from screens, but it was a nice short to come and wash out all the liquidity from here. All the buyers stops from here, they got washed out on that Apple news and Amazon earnings. But if we just think about this, where's our pivot? Pivot's way down here, right? What is this? When we trade into that, what is this? Flag zone, isn't it? This is a flow zone, flag zone. 30% pullback. Beautiful flag potential on the H1. You have a very clear trend here. Whoop. All right, and here. Whoop. And this is your inverse head. Left shoulder, right shoulder. And in here, you have a miniature version of the same thing, which just played out. You have head. Make sure you can all hear me before I keep going. Left shoulder, right shoulder, a breakout above the old New York Open, and off to the races we go. And Alex got long on the retest of 20,000 for this move up here. Fantastic. Right, it's nice and clean. The problem is now we've pretty much hit all our targets. We just took out previous day high. We've done the same thing across all the indexes right now. So really what we're waiting for right now, if you're already in this and holding runners, you're looking to see if we can get through 20,200. If we get through that, we're going to trade all the way up to 20,400, 20,500. And let's just move this down so it's nice and tight. Don't want to get this wrong. There. So 20,440 up to 20,535. How are we going to get there? That's the key thing, isn't it? How are we going to get there now? Well, we're going to need traps and dips. We have to be aware we've done a big move on NFP already. We are nicely up on this session now, 240 points. So the opportunities will be in breakout pullbacks and pullbacks. Either we're going to come back for a retest of that sort of 20,000, maybe a retest deeper if it really wants to for that push. If we're going to keep going, we're looking for a hold of previous day high and a push. If we're going to keep squeezing through 200, you're looking for a push through 200, a retest in, and a push towards 20,500. If we do a failed breakout, it will look something like this and a dance back into range, which wants to just drift down and retest here and base. Under this, there is a move to Globex lows if it really, really wants to. We are setting up very much like yesterday. It feels very, very much like yesterday. Remember, Fridays do love to trend. In terms of profiles, yesterday, a bit of a P shape, which generally is bullish, except we gapped down, but now we have recovered and we're opening where? Above the P shape. So any return in which holds yesterday's value area high, basically into 20,000, point of control 19,980, any return in there which finds buyers is bullish, all right? Based on time and volume, it is bullish for a drive upside. We're gapping up all the way up here right now. Looks very, very strong. NFP number was good. Let's have a look at the lower time frame. All right, so you can see in here, I was actually looking to get long for a break above, where did I say? 70s, I think, above here. I had a limit buy or a stop buy order here, and it went straight through me and never filled, which is unfortunate because it would have been up even more money. So then all I waited for was very simple. Can we hold 20,000? Big level. There's the push. There's the pull. Here is 20,000. And I joined long above this. And now we're trending up and we've taken previous day high. So main target, low-hanging fruit trade in the morning session so far has gone. So we need to wait now. Does it want to come and sweep all these lot out into here? And does it find buyers somewhere in there and around here? If not, NFP low needs to be thought about. It's a big, big move. In fact, we can do an anchor off NFP. Let's get rid of this anchor off the sell. We're well above that. So here's our NFP anchor. We'll do that dark blue. Let's have a quick look at the mag before we talk about the VIX today. Everything I would imagine, maybe other than Apple, gapping up Apple with some bad news here. All right, so Apple missed on wearables. Not too much of a miss on wearables, but what it missed on was services. Market will not like that. That was a growing sector before, services, things like Apple TV, things like the cloud, things like that. Who else missed on services? Amazon. Amazon missed on AWS. That's the same thing. So gapping down on Apple, still holding pretty good above 200. All right, all we're really doing is gapping down into this old range, sweeping out all these late buyers. So still has the possibility to hold, but out of all the mag, that's weaker right now based on earnings. Microsoft, bullish. All right, nice little squeeze up. So yesterday, good earnings here. Some profit taking. This can set up to come back up to highs for sure. If we start breaking down under here, I'd be more concerned on Microsoft. But all the time we're holding 425s. We have that chance to go back up to old highs here. Amazon, same thing. Absolutely smashing it. In a range here and starting to break out. Goog. Looks like a beast. You can see that left shoulder we drew in from last time starting to play. So it's trying to drift up. Where's the target? Up here, right? 71s. That's where the Goog wants to go. Meta. Same story. You're going to see these same patterns everywhere. They like these patterns right now. There's the trap. Shorts got cooked, chasing the breakdowns under here, and they are now in pain. So coming up for 595, 600s in Meta. Nvidia, same story, same pattern. You're going to start seeing these patterns the more you trade with me. There's the quasi, there's liquidity to be used. Here's how it uses it. Can they raid these stops up here? Now, that's the question. Failed breakout would be something like this. Breakout pullback would be like this. Same as we're looking at on the market. Tesla, not as strong, but not bad, but just dancing in a range. So I'd say basically 90s, let's just call it to 80s is your range. Failing to break out below, failing to break out above. Doing the dance, building liquidity there on Tesla so far. Let's have a quick look at the VIX. We can look at this together on here. Gapping down. All right, VIX letting go of key levels. There's yesterday's close. There's the wash. There's the gap. Under we go. All right, this thing in a strong trend down, which is fantastic for buyers in SPY and QQQ. That's what you want to see. Let's zoom out a little bit here. Let's have a look at the 4 hour. Let's take this off for a second. this coming into a key level now, I would say. Into sort of 22s. Let's clean this up. You can see when the market moves between 22 and 11s, this is like where we can build bullish liquidity in the market. If this holds here and finds a response here, like it did a few weeks ago, right, if the market starts, if the VIX starts moving like this, obviously we go risk off in the market. But if it doesn't find a bid here and it drifts down into this range, very, very, very bullish for the market. What I would say is all the low-hanging fruits in the market have been taken. Right, we've absolutely taken them. We've done the damage this week. Market can afford, not saying it has to, but it can afford to have a cool off if it wants. Does not need to keep screaming to the upside. I mean, it's absolutely damaged all the shorts all week long. And beyond the week, it can afford to have a cool off. Remember, we've just retested previous day high. I'm bullish on this all the time it's holding this range. We can do something like this, but I know the low-hanging fruit is gone. If we start getting stuck under here, maybe a trade back down here, maybe into Globex, under Globex previous day low. But right now, I'm expecting it to hold range until it proves otherwise. We're currently starting to look like we're backside of this initial move, not of the whole move, not of the hourly or anything like that, just a bit of profit taking. So that's what I'm watching. I'm up very, very nice on the morning session already. So I'm not looking to force my way in. Like I said, for me, the low-hanging fruit was 20,000 all the way up to 20,125. We've done that move already. So now we just need to be patient and wait for the market to build out liquidity. Let it show us what's next. Let's just have a look in chat, see who's here this morning. Did any of you get long in that move for NFP? Hopefully some of you made some money there. Always a risk, but if you can just wait for it, you can always play the second move. All right, good morning, Clint, Jesse, J Knup 1, John Dennis, Leron, Donna Smith saying, just traded 20 accounts, green on all of them. Thank you for your guidance and helping me. You're welcome. Morning, Go for Hill. I just emailed you, actually. Hopefully clear some stuff up. Morning. John Dennis, Christy, Moore, Peter, Thumper, Jeff, TR, Ramus, Richard, Array, Miguel, Aga, Kat, Kaladin, Minix, Michael, Peter Ellis, Ash, Callan, Brandon, Mike, Jack, hope you're good, mate. Trentry, Brad, Willa, Aaron, Juan Carlos, Vince, BU, DJ Noah, J Bobs, Raphael, Trentry, Coop Sloth, Marek, Mr. Slim, Nick, JD Florida Man, John Lucan, Gus, Don Trades, Alan Bailey, Vincent, Brian, Mr. Bullionaire, what a great name that is, and Indicator. Good morning, folks. Good morning. Did any of you grab any of the longs? Did any of you get any of the longs on this NFP move? Hopefully a couple of you got it. Looks starting to thin out a bit here. Yeah, lots of you got it. Jake Knup 1 got it. Peter got it. Vince got it. Alan got it. Lovely. How did you know to take another long after the NFP candle retracement? I mean, it could easily go down to the 618. It could now that it's done the damage. But you had to understand where the liquidity was. Where were they going to be trapped? This was short's pain point. If we get over that and we hold dips in front of or into this, remember this is a resistance, very simple, RBS, and we go upside. So we waited for the retracement in. We held. I joined once the bulls came back into the market, and we have flow zone trade. And what is the target? This red line here. That was final target. Right now, off the NFP, the anchored VWAP is in control. And if we get under that, then we know that the buyers off NFP are starting to get underwater. Right, but it doesn't need to do a deep 618 retracement when it's looking to come up here. All right, you can't be looking for a 618 straight away. Like, it doesn't need to do this move and all the way down there. It's got no reason to do that. the resting liquidity, if we look left, where is all the pain? The pain is higher. Right? Shorts are already stuck. We already know they're stuck. We talked about this last night. I think it was here. I was saying, watch out for this move because it will use this liquidity here to get higher. That's what it did. All right, never broke down. Buyers took control. There's the push-pull. We were bullish from here, remember? This is building liquidity for the next move. Now we can wait for the cup to complete. You can wait for a breakout retest or a retest of here. And if we start washing down, then we think about something else. I know that looks very messy right now, but hopefully that makes sense. I'm risk off right now, just waiting. Just going to wait for the open. Well, we've just opened. My bad. Look at that. So let's see how we go. Tapping into the anchored VWAP here off the open. Little mixed bag here. Tesla 2.2% up. Nvidia just under 2.5% up. Meta just under 2% up. Google 1% up. Microsoft 1.66% up. Amazon trying to go red to green. Apple getting absolutely slapped, 4% down from the earnings. What do we have here? John Dennis with the super chat. Thank you, my friend. Paying for my lunch on a Friday. You guys are so kind. Siggy, you need to do the course. I'm not here to tell you exactly when to open and not open trades, but I'm always giving you exactly what I'm looking for. I'm not a signal mechanism for you. You need to learn to trade your own book. Did you bracket the NFP? No, I was only looking long. It originally didn't fill me on a long I was looking for earlier, which was like a stop limit buy, and it went straight through me and didn't fill me. And I was looking for that breakout long. I was never really looking for the short today, only if it went high. If it went high, I was looking for the longs, which it did. So I was never really looking for that short. If we went lower, then I would have changed my thesis and looked for the short. I wasn't going to buy dips on NFP. I wanted to see it break out to the upside. All right, so far this morning, we are holding. Let's make sure we get everything in. Holding that anchored VWAP right now, holding New York open. Oh, in fact, I've got one drawn here. We can just move this up. Beautiful. All right, so dips so far this morning, holding. Flow zones holding. Momentum is bullish. You can wait for breakout retests. You don't want to get caught in this, but this is what we're looking for. Here's the move back up to previous day high right now. Momentum absolutely bullish right now. Also, SPY, that last dip in SPY was the previous day high. It just held previous day high on the SPY. If it wants to do a second leg lower, we're going to look at that sort of Globex high 20,000 level that we first bid off. But right now, I would say shorts continue to be stuck in this for now. Having a bit of look on liquidity on the book. There's just under a 200 lot sitting at 20,050 looking to get filled on the bid. But again, I feel like shorts are cooked here. We are going to go upside. Here's previous day high. SPY looking good. VIX looking like it wants to sell off. If we can get through previous day high here, we probably just squeeze straight up to the 140s and take them all out. What are we doing? Can we get going here? Can we get going here through previous day highs? So far, no on the Qs. Yes on the SPY. Ugh. I just want to let this shake out. Had a good morning, like I said. I'm bullish overall in this market. It just depends if it needs a cool off or if it wants to trade an inside day on the daily after taking out previous day highs. Also welcome to do that like we've talked about. But I would say that 200 day in top Bollinger, it's not too far away, so it can be the next draw if it has enough trapped. If it wants to come and back test this 20,000, we can think about how it acts down there. Right now, just risk off, waiting, given that we've had such a beautiful move in the pre-market. Very rare I trade stuff like that, but given the daily and the hourly today, it made it a little bit more obvious. Here we go, back to New York Open here, watching the ES and the SPY at this previous day high. Do they find bids here again, or are they going to actually let this go? We've got this anchor VWAP here as a bit of an over-under. If we start to get under here, I'm not going to take shorts, but if we start to get under here, we might trade back into this level. Let's make this more blue. Where's 20,000? It comes really deep today. That could be good fun. Oh, don't do that. Sure, I've got Globex lined up. Yes. 20,003s. There we go. Right, letting this market settle down then. Back to the deep pullbacks. Does it do that second leg down? If it wants to get heavy and give back all of NFP, it absolutely can do so. Hovering around the New York Open. Having a little bit of a breather, as is the VIX, just hovering around. Does this want to come and backtest 20,000? If we start backtesting under 20,000, if it starts getting weak under 20,000, maybe it's going to go Globex to Globex. It would be a big move. That would require a lot of weakness to come into the market, but let's just see. Here's that 20,050, like we said. Big buyer down here. Let's see if he's legit or not. Back to PDH here on the ES and the spiders. QQQ about to come back into its VWAP. Spiders about to come back into the VWAP. That guy did just get filled. He was legit. Maybe a wash down to these 20,000s where we started from. Maybe we'll take out all these buyers. And then we see what happens here. Do they want to respond here with a move deeper? Or are they going to try and find buyers? Like I said, the low-hanging fruit, gone. And that's the hardest thing right now. We've already taken out that previous day high. That is the low-hanging fruit. Morning, Marcel. So 20,000, next one on deck that they're probably looking at. That's where I bought the market last time. I actually bought 20,030s, I think, after we bid off 20,000. Market looking like it wants to go VWAP right now. SPY about to trade into VWAP. QQQ about to trade into VWAP. Definitely seeing some sell pressure here. Apple, heavy, heavy, heavy. Does Apple want to come all the way down to 200 today? I don't know. Some bids off the VWAP there on SPY and the Qs. Now, if they do that inverted head and shoulder, you know what it's going to look like. But too early to say right now. Like I said, we're only, what, 8 minutes into the day. Let this settle down. See if it reclaims VWAP in New York. And if it does, we all know where it's going. Way too early for that right now. VIX trying to find a bit of a bid here up to 23s. It can go and back test previous day's low there on the VIX into 23.30. If it gets through that, there is a gap fill potential on the VIX. And this market, though, is trying to recover. It's trying to go back upside right now. Big, big if. Decision point. Nice bid, though, on the ETFs off the VWAPs. That is fairly telling so far. Can they get back through the anchor? Can they get back through New York? Tapping into New York here, tapping into flow zones. If they start to recover, there is a good chance we go upside towards previous day high again. Here is the recovery starting. Back through New York here. They just trapped them all again on that dip. Didn't even get to the 20,000. Didn't need to get to the 20,000. It bid off the ETF VWAPs ES recovering previous day high here. We are going upside here at the moment. Squeezing out all these shorts, trying to force it in. Like I said, I'm bullish unless we start breaking down under key levels. We have not done that right now. Starting to see absorption here. Starting to see buyers come in on the tape here as well, forcing the issue to go higher right now. Here we go, folks. If they can base up here, we're going straight upside. Here we go. Thanks very much. Thanks very much, market. Joining in for this. Scalping a little bit out into this little pivot of 109. Let's see if we can get through this straight up to 26s. Beautiful. Same thing over and over. They cannot learn this trap, clearly. They've done this trap every single day on every single time frame. If we get over this, we're looking for breakout retests. Scalping some out into here just in case. This is where sellers last came in. But all the time we're holding this now, we can build liquidity for this move above here. We keep going higher. Like I said, I was looking to be a buyer today until it proves otherwise. Whew. What a beauty. What a beauty, mate. No way am I taking a short. Are you mental? No chance. No chance. Up we go. Looking for a continuation higher. See if we can build out this right shoulder here. I'm not interested in shorts unless I see this market show a willingness to break down on multiple time frames. At the moment, I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing shorts stuck in this market. Yeah, mate, that was me being Aussie. That's why it sounded Aussie, Tyson. That was me being an idiot. Let's see if we can build that little right shoulder, break out through previous day high here, and then go over the pre-market highs. So we're looking if it can build out some more liquidity here. Take this, use these stops to get up to there, use these stops to keep going, and then we're going to look for 200s and 500s. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. All the time we're holding New York, we look good. All the time ES is able to hold previous day high, we look good. Don't want to see ES start letting go of previous day high, though. QQQ looking good here. Hardest thing today is going to be Apple. Apple is in a strong sell. They do not like that stock right now. Too many issues. Leo, no, never experienced that. All charts look the same to me. They're all exactly the same. The patterns are the same on every chart. Candles are the same on every chart. As long as you're looking at the same instrument, it should look the same. Oh, right, needs to hold here. Failed to hold here, I'll be out. Like I said, already sold some into that last push in towards the 120s, 109s, 120s. That's where we got stuck before. I still think we can build out this inverse right shoulder to go higher. I want this to just keep holding dips here. Need VIX to start failing, though. VIX is trying to push up through 23. Need VIX to have a fail here. Looking at liquidity on the books. Sellers, 100 lot in front of 25. And then we've got some selling into 50. So there's room there if they can get through 25s. This is the right shoulder that they need to build out. They need to keep holding this. Failure under here, I'm not really interested. I'll have another go later. But as long as we can hold this, we should really be looking to do this move here. Again, failures under Anchor, failures under New York. I've become far less interested. Hourly. And this hourly looks good. I'm surprised it didn't go a bit deeper, though, on that last pull, to be honest, down towards the 20,000s. Might still do it. So opening range now set. We're sort of top side of the range. So the top side of that range is the previous day high. We break out of that opening range, we should take out the overnight high, and then we can get going. What I'm looking for. Thesis has not changed. We're building out that liquidity on the right shoulder very, very nicely. Can we use their pain point above? That's the question. We keep getting stuck here. This is why I've taken a partial here, but I think we want to move upside. Here goes VIX starting to reject 23s, 2280s now. Can it move downside? Can we get that move higher? Here we go. Here we go. Up you go. Let's get through here. Let's build this shoulder out and go. Don't want it to faff around too much. Don't want to give sellers too much opportunity here. Want to get straight through 20s here. 100 lot inside of 20s here. 117 lot. Want to take him out. See us go straight upside to 250s would be beautiful. Take out that higher day. Want ES to start joining in here. It's a little bit too weak here, ES. What are you doing? Stop doing this dance. Don't like that on the ES. Moving my stop up in the money here. Do not like that on the ES. Yeah, they're protecting 5,700. I would expect them to go and take that out. Come on, market. I'm making money here either way. It's just how much. Come on, market. Yes, it's still early though, folks. We're still inside the opening range. Got time. We have got time for this to break out. Give it a second. Looking for it to move through previous day high if we can, to take out overnight high and then keep ripping higher. If we can't hold these deep pullbacks, I will take the rest off. Leo, I usually trade on Fridays, but today I decided to relax. Do you think profitable traders should sometimes avoid trading on Fridays or any other days? I don't know why necessarily you would avoid Friday unless that your stats say so. So yeah, like if your stats say you're not a good trader on Friday, if your stats say that you can't trade, you know, not profitable NFP, then absolutely you should avoid it. But every trade is different. You've got to know your stats. You've got to know when you're strong, when you're not. Starting to see a little weakness here in the tape. Okay, taking this position off. Can always join back in here if it starts to prove itself again. So locked some in there. Can always rejoin in if it proves itself. But yes, dragging this market down. Apple's staying heavy. 4.74% down on the day. Missed on wearables and subs, basically. And no one likes that stock right now. That has been a shitty stock out of the mag for a little while here. Not just this year. People just think lack of invention. They had a shrinking China market this time. That was a growing market for them this time round. Shrinking in China. Still a great performer, but not what the market wants to see. They want to see that thing, you know, breaking records, and it's not doing it. Yeah, got hit with another lawsuit in New Zealand. Monopolization and price gouging of the App Store, wasn't it, yesterday? My bias, well, we've hit my bias. My bias is upside, and we did it pre-market. So you must be joining late. We traded this up to here. This is a big level for me. Over this, we can go higher. If it wants to come and back test this level, it can. If we get stuck under here, we trade to here. There's no real bias right now. We're in an inside bar, right? So far, failed breakout. We're in an inside bar. I'm expecting an upside move today. It's just, have they got enough shorts trapped? They've already done a big move pre-market. We've already made our money pre-market. Low-hanging fruit's gone, like I said. We've had an attempt to keep going higher here. Made a little bit of money, stopped out, break even on the rest, or just in front of break even. Just going to wait now. Like I say, I always say, when we take low-hanging fruits, there becomes less things available for the market to do. The low-hanging fruit was previous day high. We took it. So like we had another attempt at it, couldn't get through it. We can wait now. If it wants to get through previous day high and base above it now, we can think about a new platform higher, can't we? If we're going to get through this level here now and base above, we can think about that, because then we'll know everyone's trapped. But right now, I'm just waiting and risk off. Back testing New York Open here. VIX back to 23s. The easiest move came pre-market, came off NFP. We've done the damage. Like, we've absolutely done the damage already this week. If today wants to be like a cool-off day, an inside day, it can be. I think we're going to keep going upside, but it really doesn't matter what I think. Q's finding a bid there off the VWAP. Do they start recovering here? ES, we're going to watch ES and SPY. SPY at VWAP PDH. If they start recovering PDH, then I think the trap's set. Again, those dips starting to soak, but we're not there yet. SPY approaching PDH at VWAP right now, finding strong sellers there. Strong sellers coming in there versus PDH. Literally tapped into it and they just smacked it. Market very, very thin. Did we just have news? That book just thinned out. Book map completely thinned out, other than 20,100. That is big selling. Look at the volume candle, huge. What's gone on here? Better conditions are being achieved with respect to US tariffs, pointing to auto part exemptions. So you've got Mexican president speaking right now. Don't see anything else. That felt... My Twitter won't load here. That felt heavy, very heavy. That felt like that was something else triggering. Look at that rejection on PDH. Huge rejection on PDH there. Coming back down to those 20,000s. ES now at VWAP. Everything drifting back to where it came from on NFP now. Yeah, I traded in Discord with them. I'll show you. $20K Globex high, over under. Just played into the 44s again, and then grabbed the long. Told them that I was grabbing long, and then told them, oh, where's that gone? And then told them what the target was, 20,120 as in target. And that's where we traded to. Back to flow zones here. A bit of a shakeout here in the market, it seems. Amazon and Apple heavy. Everything else looks strong still. Market's very, very thin here on the book. Are they going to trade this upside all of a sudden? It suddenly feels like they've caught enough. New York Open absolutely key here, I would say, by the looks of it. New York Open and previous day high key. They sold SPY into previous day high and VWAP here. If they get through that, then you've got to think whoever that seller was gets out of the way. They might have trapped enough here, folks. Here's the same level here now. If they get through this, they are going to squeeze it. Same level right here, right now that we just sold off. Big level, New York Open. That last drive up to it, they sold it very, very heavy. We start pivoting above that, those sellers are going to get trapped. Delta's still heavy into this. See if they shift it here. See if we get through this New York Open here. Big level. It's a big level. Does that refresh seller come in again? No, not yet. Here we go. So they've set the trap. They're going to go for the squeeze now. Here's New York Open. We squeeze. Next trigger would be above 20,100. Here they go. They've absolutely caught them. Just needed that one flush to make sellers force their way in. Buy still upside here, especially if ES can reclaim PDH. Especially if SPY and ES can reclaim PDH, we go upside. That inverse head and shoulder can still play out. We're just trading inside the opening range still right now. Back above the New York Open. I still think we've got a chance to go back above previous day high. If the ES and SPY can get involved. They're going to have to get involved here. VIX finding a fail in front of previous day low as well. So we just have to watch. My sentiment feels stronger upside, especially if ES and SPY can reclaim the VWAP and PDH, which they haven't done yet. They're getting close, but they're not there yet. We can afford to wait for a breakout retest. I don't want to be early and get caught in a reflush with this same area. Is the attempt to move lower again. Do they buy a step in here now and try and produce a higher low? ES is the one that looks heavy. Everything else looks pretty good, to be honest. Still just inside bar, inside previous day's range, inside opening range, no breakouts to the outside. We can afford to wait here. At the 100s, I see like 120 lot. Is that what you mean, Raphael? At 20,100, I can see a 120 lot. We get through him. Like I said, we get through that. We get through previous day high. We get going. We've just got to wait right now. It's building out lots of liquidity here. So far in this session, lower highs and lower lows. But if they're using this as a trap for a higher time frame pullback to go, you can even wait for us to get above here and base if you really want to. Don't need to force your way in. Just going to get a refill of coffee here. Hey. All right. Let's see. What are you doing, market? Pretty muted open, isn't it, really, when you think about it? Half an hour into the trading session. New hour bar, new 4 hour bar coming. We're only in a 105-point range in this first 30 minutes. You expect this range will expand at some point, either side of it. So you got 1 minute, just under 1 minute until you get this new 4 hour bar and new hourly bar. We're sat right at point of control of the session so far. At New York Open near the old hourly highs. So let's just see. What do you want to do? Like I said, I think previous day high on the ES and SPY can be over under levels for today. You can wait. You can just afford to wait. Stuck at this anchored view up. We're just dancing each side of it. Sellers can't get the move down. Buyers cannot yet get that big move up. Here's the new hour and 4 hour bar. Liquidity coming into the tape here. If we get above this, Raphael, then we go for these levels here. If we get above that, we go for that. If we go for this, we go for higher time frame level. 200, 500, not out the question if it really wants to get going. That 200-day moving average and the top Bollinger sort of into 200, 225s, somewhere around there. If it's only if it wants to get going. Right now, it's not showing a willingness to do it. Right, ES is looking very weak here in how it's just basing out here for a potential bear flag. If it can't get above previous day high on the ES, none of this is going to play out. If VIX is going to keep grinding back up to previous day low, none of this is going to play out. You're going to have to see momentum really come into this market and force it up. Remember, we're buying high to go higher if we're playing this, which means we need lots of short stuck. Not interested. I've had one little stab at this in the New York session. Not interested in it right now. Not when we're dancing at the midpoint of the opening range. Nothing's changed. There's nothing to play here. If it wants to come and back test 20,000 and the old VWAPs, it can absolutely do a flush down there and back test it. So I'm not interested right now. This is the thing that I keep trying to tell you guys every time. Once the low-hanging fruit goes, the trades become much harder. The low-hanging fruit trade was the inverse head and shoulder. If you were in Discord, you would have known it was this trade here to here, and we took it from here to here. That's the trade. It's been and gone. Now we have to wait. More shorts need to be trapped if we're going to go for a new leg higher. That's how we have to think about it. We do not just go up for no reason. Shorts must be trapped in the market to go higher. How do we go higher? Short stops. All right. If you're short and your stop is here, 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 and here, once we start popping these, they are forced to cover. Covering is a market buy. Boom, 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 boom. This is what happens. So this is the move I'm looking for. This kind of move here, but it's got to start producing higher highs here and getting through it. Just like we're starting to see now. Oh, just like we're starting to see now. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, looking to see if we can get involved here. Here's PDH on the ES. Big level on the ES, watching this closely. Can we start to build, reclaiming flow zones? This is the move we're looking for, folks. Through here, breaking out, any pullback now, looking for that upside move. If you're already in this break, you're also fine. Upside we go, folks, upside we go. Watching ES needs to get through PDH. SPY already through the PDH, QQQ approaching it right now, NQ approaching it. We squeeze through that. We are going to go all the way up. Going to keep clapping the stops, causing them pain. Simple as that. I couldn't have been clearer with what I'm looking for today. Just have to wait for it to set up. Here we go. Through PDH now. Involved in this now. Let's get going. Oh my God, the stops are about to get wrecked. Let's go. Shorts trapped in the market. Upside we go. Wanting to take out now 40s. We can take out 40s. Taking a little partial in front of that. Let's see if we can keep moving and get all the way up into 200s. Where's that 20 and 200-day moving average? 200-day moving average, 300. So I'm looking for 300s ultimately. I've got a stop run on the daily at 205 with a little push up into 300. So that's what I'm looking for ultimately. If you're like, what is he talking about? Here we go, right here. 200-day, talked all week about the back test of the 200-day and top Bollinger. That is what I'm looking for, ultimate levels. Don't say you weren't prepared. I do not want to hear weren't prepared for this. Now, if you're not already in, it's okay. Wait for breakout pullback to go higher. Let's go. Let's go. Beautiful. Let's get through these 40s. I'm going to look at the tape here. Selling into 50 and 75. So I want to see someone coming in way, way higher. Locking some in there into previous day high, like I said. And I want to see dips be absorbed now. Dips have got to be absorbed now. ES still not really joining the party. It's trying, but it's having a bit of a battle around that PDH. Can dips be absorbed here for that next move higher? We pop through the opening range, but we're trading back inside the opening range. Can dips be absorbed here? Can ES get going back through the previous day high? That's what we need. Can ES get going back through the previous day high? Here we go, folks. Here we go. Dips being absorbed. Get through PDH here, please, NQ. Don't keep faffing around. Want to see move through 25 straight through 40s. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Adding into this. Let's go. Want a bit more out of this. Let's get going for the day. Oh, my God. Let's get going. Pop these stops now. Looking for a remove through 40s. Oh, my God. Here it goes. There's your dips. Oh, my God. Break of 40's coming. Break of 40's coming. I'm telling you. It's coming, baby. It's coming, baby. What was this? We talked about it. What was this? Looking for dips to hold. This is coming. Shorts are cooked in this now. You can lock some in and move your stop up. Oh. If this dangles here and doesn't do it, I'm going to be pissed. Come on, baby. Up you go. Go and wreck the stops. I want ES to really join in here. It's lagging behind. It's lagging behind. We look good. We look good. We look good. We look good. Come on, ES. VIX breaking down. I want to see VIX break down underneath 2280, 2278. We can break down under that. I think we got a good slingshot higher here. Oh, my days. Can we take 40s, please? Is it really going to be this hard to take 40s out? It really shouldn't be. Come on, market. I want to be careful of any nasty wash here just in case. Stops in the money. I want to just see this rip some faces through 40s. Come on. Come on. Come on. What's that high of day? 41.75. That's what we need to break. Seller at 50. There's not much here at 40s. We should just get going here. Especially if the ES can get acceptance. What a tease. What a tease. Building out lots of liquidity here. I think it comes. Whether it's now or later, I think it comes. So much liquidity being built out here. I'm going to have to take a little bit more off here just in case. Don't want to get washed on if they trap bulls. But we're holding the opening range so far. Yeah, it's being a bit dirty, isn't it? It's ES. ES is lagging behind. Look at the ES. Look where it is. It's a little bit stuck here. We need it to get going. Here we go. One more attempt it's having there by the looks of it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yes, you're such a pain. Get going through 90s. ES gets through 690. 690, 150. It can trade up to 695. Gets through that. We go high of day. That's what I'm looking for. And then the, what is it? 5,700 break, basically. Basically is what we want. I really don't want more shorts trapped here. I just want, like, just straight slingshot. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Oh, don't tap on it like that. What do we hit there? Do we hit 39s? 38.75s. Ugh. Yeah, we're tapping on that value area, but I'm thinking we've got the ability to break it, just given the amount of shorts trapped in this market right now. That's what I'm looking for. And for a trade up into basically 20,200 if we get acceptance. Like I said, all of this is based on if there's acceptance. The hardest thing, right, given what we're seeing, is Apple. If Apple was joining in for a bullish move, we would be laughing right now. I'm telling you, we'd be laughing. Don't want ES to pull back and have to do another pullback into PDH. Come on, there we go. There we go. So skimming some off there. Can we keep trading up towards 70? We get through 70, we're going 200s. Just took a minute. It took a minute. It takes a minute to play out. 50s here, through 50s, we go 70s, through that we go 200s, and we're looking at the same levels that we talked about at the beginning of the stream. I keep saying this is where we want to go. 200 day, where are you? 200 day, top Bollinger, big supply from March. Not once have you heard me say I'm going to try and short this today. I'm looking for tips. Shorts are cooked in the market. I want to join. When shorts are trapped, all I want to do is trade higher. You can lock some in here if you want into 50s, but I think we've still got the juice here, especially if ES is going to start going. So I've got a little level here into 70s and then up to 200s. You look good, folks. You look good. I think we have had green days every day on stream today. What I don't understand is when there's guys on stream saying, can I tell them exactly where to get in? Like I teach you so much and tell you what I'm looking at. Everyone trades differently. If I tell you where to get in with a 6-second delay, you're going to be late. Like, that's why I'd rather say once we break out, if you're not already in it, we're looking for a breakout, pull back to get long. There it is. Resistance, R, B, S. That's your long trigger. That's your partial. Now you're holding, looking for a rebuild to go higher. It's as simple as that. And you want ES to start joining in, and you want the VIX to start breaking down. You do not want the VIX to find bids. You want the VIX to start breaking down. And we're trying to get up into here. How many of you made some money there? Hopefully lots of you made money there with me. Been a good week. I knew this week was going to be good after last week. I could just tell it's setting up beautiful plays. Mike made some. BU made some. Scott Sullivan. Miguel. Anitas, 2K up, my brother. Tyson made money. Hey, nice work, folks. Like I said, don't feel bad about locking some in. ES might need to do a little repair here and back test PDH, which is what it's trying to do. As long as ES finds bids at PDH, we're okay to hold continuation. Kaladin made it. J Bobs, Christy, Leron. Peter says, as always, those looking for a shortcut, they don't have to put the work in and learn to trade for themselves from what is being taught here. Yeah. I hear you, Peter. I hear you. Nice wins. Raphael, Peter making money. You literally teach everything as you go. People just want it easy. Yeah, I agree, Omar. Minix, John Dennis. Holding PDH here. Looking good, folks. You still look good. This has got expansion higher. It's possible to see expansion higher today. Shorts are trapped. Think about who's in pain in this market right now. It is not bulls, right? I'm going to make this clear. Let's even take the flow zones off here. You need to constantly think about who's in pain, all right? This move yesterday, we traded upside. We hit my target. We took profit. This move down yesterday, we traded towards the lunchtime in stream. We took the shorts down. We made our target. This move here, I did not trade. I was not around for it. This was the dump into earnings on the market on close. But what happened here? Shorts piled in at this point, looking for at least a back test of here and lower. But the pro trend is doing what? It's up. The easier trade is up right now. The point of pain is upside right now. So from here, if shorts pile in here and we break out over it, who's stuck? Shorts are stuck here. What is this? This is a giant flag. If you look at H1, it's a giant flag. On a lower time frame, it's this. On an H1, it's a flag. What is it on another higher time frame? It's an inverse head and shoulder. What is the pain point? Here, here, and we'd have to go all the way over here on dailies into the top of the red line. That's why we are trading up. We're trading up because shorts added here, added here, added here, and now get wrecked because the move is up right now in the market. Make sure you zoom out. You have to zoom out on multiple time frames. If you are too zoomed in, you will not see the moves. You'll get so focused on what an M1 is doing or an M2 is doing, you will not understand that we do not move based on the M1 and M2. We move based on higher time frames. That's why I'm always looking at daily and H1. If we come down to the H1, oh, I'm on the wrong chart, aren't I? Did that whole lesson on the wrong chart. Let's do it here. Let's do it here. This is where shorts got caught. That's the breakout point for shorts. Add. End of day into close. Wake up. Ouch. My average down here. What's happening? What's happening? They're holding the average. What's this? Where's the pain point? Here, here, here. Where do we want to go? Upside. What's the main trend if we zoom out? What's the main trend for the last few weeks? Main trend. High, 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 low. High, 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 low. Internal range, trap low. High, 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 low. High, 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 low. High, 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 low. High, 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 low. High, high. Trap range. High, 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 low. High, 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 low. Where do we want to go? Where's the pain point? Let's look left. Where are all the stops? Hello. These are all the stops. This is where the market's trying to go. It's trying to wreck everyone. If we think about what Alex teaches you on the daily, let's keep it really simple. Here we go, market. Woo! Didn't even see that. About to hit 170s. All right, next TP 170 here, and then we're going to go 200s. I'll make sure I get my limits in here. Into 170 hit. Okay, runners left for 200s now. Let's go, baby. Just managing this. All right, if we think about what Alex teaches you, what do we always talk about? Lower bowl, reclaim 5-day, 20-day, 5-day, 20-day, 5-day, 20-day cross. Where does it want to go? Upper bowl, 50-day, 200-day. Where are we going? 200-day back test. Big level, institutional level, dictates absolutely everything in the market. Over this, 5-day comes up here, 20-day comes up here. Oh my God, we're going back to all-time highs. But until then, this can be a back test, right? It can just be a back test. You best believe this is an area where you will see a lot of profit taking from the bulls, right? So we're trading into that final level right now. So you've got to take some profit. Here we go. So you took 70s there. You should be runners only now, folks. Exactly, Scott. We are popping stops. We are popping stops. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sure there's another channel telling you to get short. There always is. There always is. They refuse to acknowledge who's stuck. Yeah, ES right at that higher day. ES is trying to break out. That's 7,000. I'm sure there's a put option level there. I'm sure there's lots of people there on the SPX and the futures. But you know what? I would expect us to get through it. I would expect us to munch through it. And let's have a look where the ES can go. Let me have a look on the daily. If we get through this, the next level is 7,012, and there is a wick high all the way up at 7,700. Let me go down to a 4-hour. See if we can make this a bit closer. All right, I'd expect a trade up here, another 10 points. 7,005 to 7,010. Through that, all my days we're going 200-day on the ES, but like one step at a time, eh? We will break this, though. There's no way we don't break this. In fact, I think it... No, it didn't quite. It got very close. Richard, I flipped my account one more day. Hey, nice, mate. Yeah, you're trading TPT, aren't you? Nice work. All right, folks. So you should have been in this long. You had plenty of opportunities. All right, we talked about the traps. Did I buy it down here? No, I didn't. I waited, attack. Pull back, added. You heard me say I'm adding more, adding more, adding more. Selling some on pops now. Not now adding. Not interested in ads now. Here's our opening range. You want to see it hold really of the opening range for continuation. But you should have locked some in. The easy money was into 70 in my opinion. Anything over that is an absolute bonus. If it wants to go to 200, it's a bonus. Hey, locking in $4,700 there. AIMTAS, am I saying that right? AIMTAS Grig, is that right? Hopefully I'm saying it right. If I butchered it, I'm sorry. Right, if you're playing ES, you need to see it hold this inverse head and shoulders right now. So you do not want ES really to drift below these 5-minute flow zones or the PDH. You would need to see it base out above the PDH. If it can't do that, I'd be risk off for the day. Like I said, easy money was into 70. That was the target. Anything over that is a bonus. Yeah, starting to let go of PDH here. We still look good as long as ES holds PDH. It might need to sort of rebuild. If you think about ES, it's trying to rebuild. ES is trying to do the same thing. Use this liquidity versus PDH. Can it do this to get higher? Under here, not interested. This is no trade zone for me. Ultimate target is somewhere up here. Keep forgetting what, like 200 days. I might have to actually. Why isn't it on my screen? 325. Wow, that'd be a big move. Why is that not? One sec, folks. Let's get this on my screen because that will annoy me. There it is. Wow, that's wrong. There's no way that's right. No chance that's right. It's because, that's why I've taken it off. It's because of the contract rollover. It cannot base it off because I'm not on NQ1. Is this on NQ1? Yes, it is. Okay, so I'm just going to have to mark it out. 300. 305s here. Bear with me, folks. That's the problem with the rollovers. All right, so that's ultimate target if it really wants to go. I think that's above the bowl. No, it's below. Okay, bowl's starting to open up. You should be runners only and AIMTAS. Sorry, I had to like get that in my head. AIMTAS. You should be runners only. You should have locked in like 70, 80% of your profit into that move into 70s. There's definitely a wall here on ES, so it's all dictated on ES. Apple's found a bit of a bid, which is good. Yeah, don't be holding full size. Right, when you see moves like this, when we break out of previous day highs, and I kept saying the target is 70s and the runners above, you've got to sell on these moves because you'll be very upset given the range of the market. If you give back 50, 60, 70 points, 100 points, you'd be very, very upset. You've got to sell. Remember, we are looking to trade. We're not looking to invest. That's a trade. So that's a trade. We take money, 80%. Hold your runner. I don't know where your stop point is, but say it's here. So you maybe, if you're playing micros, and you would have seen I was like adding in. I'm selling most of my position here, moving my stop up. If we keep going, fantastic. If we don't keep going, that's also okay. I've locked in my money. You've got to pay yourself. You are not an investor when we're day trading. Everything is a trade. Quite right, Ramus. Ramus saying, now would be a good time to hit that like button. We are spoiled here. I don't know about spoiled, but it would be a good time to hit that like button. 20,100, my stops break even. No, that's all right. If your stops break even, your runner, yeah, just leave it there. It's under a swing point. I like that position. I think it's good. And you never know. Like, this might get going. It might offer you another 100 odd points. So I don't mind that at all. I think it's very nice. If it's just a runner and you've locked good money in, just sit in it and let it work. Fridays love to trend. QQQ and NQ holding previous day highs. If ES has one more attempt here and gets through that 700, you might see a bit of a swipe up. It's a big if, but that's what you're looking for. Especially if we start repricing these two candles. Right, if we get above there, if I was a day trading short there, I'd be worried right now. We're not breaking previous day high. Where you see that volume come in here, where's the volume exchange here? On the low, they're absorbing. They're showing a willingness to absorb here. Right? If we reclaim this, what's this? It's the same thing. Again, this is how they keep getting stuck. Why are they getting stuck? Because right now we've had no lower low, lower high, lower low, right? There's a move down. There's a move up. That would be confirmation for them to continue. They're not getting it. They're getting squeezed because they're attempting early. Think about yesterday, those who've sat with me on stream until lunch yesterday. Think about where we got short and where I didn't get short, more importantly. Where is yesterday on stream? Here. I did not attack up here. I was not interested. We attacked here. Once it started producing lower lows and lower highs, we attacked that, didn't we? We let everyone, buyers, get stuck. And we made sure there's confirmation on the way down. Shorts are not waiting for confirmation. Again, today, you're going to get a breakout of a high. 700's coming here on the ES. You're going to get that move. Look, they're stuck again. They're stuck again versus previous day high. They are stuck again. 200's incoming, telling you. Get up and get over. 200's incoming. Oh, Coop. Sorry to hear that, mate. But you made money. It cost you money, as in it cost you potential profit, but you didn't lose. So we're still happy. We're still happy. So just like reset mentally. Don't be forcing in. It is what it is. High of the day, 5,700 on the ES. It's already tapped into it once. We've got liquidity on the book, 20,200. That was the level I was looking for us to trade up to. There is now a seller up there, so maybe the market will go and search for them. Yeah, it's definitely close. It's close to going, and it's 100%. Look at the ES. It rebuilt. We just talked about that head and shoulder. It rebuilt it. It only did it with a one candle, but look at that. We were just talking about this here. As long as it holds this, this is where they get trapped. There we go. We're going. We are going. Learn to see the traps. Don, I think I saw that. I think you just said you're up to 7,000. Lovely work, team. It's coming. It's coming. Just make sure you're managing your positions. Everything looks fantastic. 5 minute looks great. So here we go. Let's go. 700 break here on the ES. We're going upside, baby. We're going upside. Start getting aggressive here. Let's get aggressive here, market. Let's really hurt these shorts. Here goes the VIX, starting to break down underneath 22.61. We'd love a new low day on the VIX. If VIX can trade down to 22, we are laughing here. Here goes the ES. Oh my God, the shorts do not learn. They never ever learn. We're doing the Friday dance, people. I don't know what the Friday dance is, but that's what we're doing right now. Making money. Let's get to 200. Let's sing to the chart. Maybe it will go there for us. Everyone sing. Let's go. Can hear my dog crying. Give me a second. Maybe. What's up with that? Luna desperate for a walk. Sorry about that, folks. All right, we're almost there. Initial balance now set, folks, at the 180s. Just remember that. IB rules now do apply. Nothing's changed. We are in an outside bar across the market right now. You are possible to have an IB rotation for a failed breakout. We're still holding runners looking for upside, but manage your trades. All right, manage your trades. What we're seeing here. Lovely work, team. Scott Sullivan. Stream may be delayed by 5 seconds, but you're seeing an hour into the future, my dude. Hey, thank you, buddy. As long as it's helping you lot, that's all that matters. On my labby making good money there. The chart doesn't want to hear me sing. It would break down and cry. That's probably the same as me. Hey, Don, that's still good money, man. Just keep doing the basics, right? Keep doing the basics. Repeatable process, repeatable process, repeatable process. That's all you need to do. And Aim Task says, it's my biggest green day for 1.5 years of trading. Put a like on this guy, really. Hey. Happy Friday, Mike. Happy Friday, everyone. Make sure you've locked some in there. It's a good push. Shame we didn't get to 200s, but don't want to give too much back here. ES is trying for that RBS level, right, where it just broke out of. You want to see it reclaim 7,000, really. It needs to hold where we are now, 95s. Failure to hold 95s, I'm not really interested. I can always reload. In fact, I'm thinking about taking this off here. Yeah. I'm going to trim this off here and just wait. It probably rocket ships now, but it's okay. That was a really nice morning. Just cautious for this initial balance. We're trading from the IB high back to the opening range high right now. I knew it's going to happen. Yeah, I got base hits. Some people trade bigger size and big money. Some people trade smaller size. All that matters is you versus you. It doesn't really matter what anyone else is doing. Like I said, I know you're in the Discord. We're all on our own journey. I trade much smaller size than lots of my students, as you well know. It's just how I trade. But I trade multiple accounts. So that's how I compound. Still holding flow zones here. I was probably a bit apprehensive here watching ES. And the VIX finding a bid to 22.75 is what really put me off. But let's see. Let's see. Shorts are in so much pain though. And we've taken a lot of them out. This is why I want to get up here. I think this is ultimate pain. That's final pain point. This probably can lead to a fill of this into that 200 day. It can leave it for next week, you know, but we've taken these, everyone from here and here has been taken out. Think about the damage we've done this week. Where was Monday this week? Here. All right, so from here, we've done breakout, pullback, RBS, bullish hold, and we're starting to take them all out. Not much left to aim for. Running out of things to aim for here. And also we're coming into the top Bollinger. I know it's a bit higher, and it is starting to open up and trend higher, but we will need the 5-day held today. We will need the 20-day to start going upside if there's going to be anything more than a back test. You can see this is the other thing to do. 4-hour flow zones bullish, 1 hour bullish, 30-minute bullish, 15-minute bullish, 10-minute bullish, 5-minute bullish, 3-minute bullish, 2-minute bullish, 1 minute. Do you want to be going short? You're fighting every single trend. Do not fight the flow zones. I built them for a reason. Marek, thank you so much. Always paying for my Friday lunch. Thank you so much, my friend. Very, very kind. I'm not comfortable in taking bigger trades after blowing accounts in March yet. Doing the right thing, Aga. Like I said, slow, nice and slow, nice and slow. It's you versus you. You do not need to be on someone else's journey. You do not need to be trading the same sides as anyone else. We can go nice and slow. Main job is survival. You need to make sure you are managing your money. Making money is easy. Keeping it is hard, right? So we have to trade to make sure we can come back tomorrow. Ken the Northlander said, I hit my profit target of $3,000 on my first 50K account on the third day. Congratulations. Congratulations. You're welcome, Ken. Starting to base out here. Like I said, I'm flat now. Like, still think it's got a chance to go higher, but I'm flat now as we've come into that initial balance. Now, technically, if we get over the IB and we retest it, there is a trade upside. Technically, if we do this, but you're very close to that 200, so you'd have to be very, very cautious. But if it wants to come up to this guy here, then there's good RR. But you'd need a decent, I'd say, a decent break of 200 and a build out of liquidity to do that move. Again, you're buying high to go higher. You have to be careful. Failed breakout will look something like this. Where would we come to? Probably the anchor. I haven't done one off New York. It's probably very similar. Let's have a quick look. Where's our New York open? Yes, there or thereabouts. So if we do a rotation from IB, we go down to here. If we fail that, we go down to here. If we're doing an inside, we come back up to here. If we do it auction higher, 200s, and then 305, basically. Don, 2 to 3 micros is what my starting position is. So there's nothing wrong with trading 2 micros. You trade two micros, and you get a 100-point move. That's $400. And then you prove to yourself you can do that for 10 days. That's $4,000. And then you do that with 10 accounts. That's $40,000. And you do it with 8 accounts. It's $80,000. It adds up so quick. Do not need size in the market. It's 2 reasons people fail. They oversize and they don't respect their stops. Well, 3, and they chase. They guess tops and chase. They oversize and don't respect stops. That's the 3 reasons traders fail. The less size you use, the more patience you can be, the more time you're giving yourself to learn the skill. I did not get to where I am by being here for 5 minutes. It takes time, right? It takes time to understand how the market wants to work, how it likes to operate. The biggest thing is understanding the traps, especially on NQ. NQ loves to trap traders. Not at all, Scott. Not at all. Look, we've all been there, eh? We've all been there. You see these gunslingers being like, oh, I made $100,000 today. I'm like, all right, nice one, mate. But we also know you blew up 500 counts in the last month. And you'll probably give that 100,000 back tomorrow. But they love to shout and scream. Like, the weirdest thing, I hate competitiveness in trading. I think it is the complete opposite of what you need in trading. You do not want to be competitive with a peer or someone on Twitter or anything like that. You need to be the complete opposite. This is a very personal journey. It is not about what another trader is making. There are plenty of traders, you will read it in the books, who have made millions and millions and millions of dollars and given it all back from being egotistical. Good hold there. I wonder if I'm going to kick myself here. I think the 200 is incoming. What is the equivalent of 1 MES to a micro? MES is a micro. 1 MES is a micro. About 50 points. Should I exit? I don't know where you're up from, my friend. You can move your stop up. The market is trying to break out of the initial balance to go to here, and if it gets through that, it's trying to do this move. So hard for me to say, but there's no reason to really exit right now. You could take a partial into here and hold a runner. You could always take a partial right now into this. If you're up 50 points, it means you're in from down here somewhere. So you could take a partial into here, and then you can hold the runner, waiting for it to do that, and move your stop under here, or leave your stop here, wherever you want. Really hard for me to say. Yeah, Aga, that's fine. That's fine. Remember, what's 1 NQ to MNQ? Or 10 MNQ is 1 NQ. E-mini Nasdaq 100 on Apex 50Ks is if I have position 2 quantities is 2 micros. Sorry, Peter, I'm not fully understanding what you're saying there. Make it idiot proof for someone like me so I can understand understand you. So far, market unwilling to get through its initial balance. Remember, the pain has been done. I would say that 5,700 was probably a massive level, probably burnt a lot of puts there. And another reminder, we're up 270 points on the session. We're still inside the initial balance. We're in outside day all the time. We're outside previous day high. If we start letting go of previous day highs, we go inside day. That would mean a potential failed breakout on a daily. Okay, is it optimal position for a beginner? I see 2 quantity positions on TradingView connected to Apex over at TradeVay. Oh yes, yeah. 2 micros is a good starting size. I'd say 2 micros good starting size. Start on 1 if you really need. Yeah, 2 micros. When we have an expansive market, though, it depends on the ATR. ATR's shrunk a little bit the last few days, which has been a little easier to manage. But when we're having those days where you're 5, 6, 7, 8, even 1,000, we had 3,000 point day. You can't be using much size. You've got to be really small. It's all about your risk. You need to understand where your stop is. The first thing you should think about when you put a trade on is where is your stop? And that should dictate your size. Yeah, 100 USD, that's fine. But just make sure you're not doing it on 100 USD every time based on the money. Make sure it's based on the swing points, right? Because the market won't care about your stop based on money. It would care about swing points. All right, so right now, all the bulls, their stop's here. So if market wants to raid them, it's going to come down here and then go upside. If it's going to stay heavy, it's going to start doing this move. But everyone's stops will be under here. If you're long here and your stop is here, you're going to get stopped out, aren't you? Because you need to give it this much room. Not that this is a good trade, but for example. Building out range here, still holding the opening range high, 120s, still underneath the initial balance high, 180s. That's your new flag build out range. You've got 15 minutes until a new H1 here. It's still very bullish. It's still holding. We get even more bullish if we can start getting above the initial balance. But there's nothing I'm looking at saying, hey, short this now. Absolutely nothing saying short this now. Yeah, exactly. It has so far. That orb high holding. You know, I'm risk off here because I think we've done a lot of damage. We're running out of things to aim for. Oh my god, I played pickleball again yesterday and my knees are feeling it. If we can build, this is the target and higher. If we fail to build, you want to be careful. If we start getting stuck under here, we can come back down. It's definitely starting internal lower highs and lower lows, but I'd say this range here is the key range. Resistance, 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 support. Does it find support here? Does it find a trap there? Or does it get under and then reject it to come back down next level? And again, nothing I'd be looking to short yet. We're just building topside range. This can be where they trap more shorts in. It will, if you're absolutely adamant on shorting, you will need to see a big kill candle followed by a retest to stay heavy. Take care, Peter. Yeah, my knees are buggered. Absolutely buggered. And I lost again at pickleball, playing doubles. Most of you probably made your money already. Hopefully made your money already. Let's see if I can sit up a bit here. Rest these knees. Still got a seller on the tape up at 20,200. He's still looking to get filled up there. Maybe the market will drag up there for those of you who are still in it. That's what we'd like. We'd love the market to drag up there for you and then go to the 200-day SMA. It looks like a head and shoulders to come back down to low of day. I mean, it's a bit early to say that, in my opinion. We're holding previous day high. We're basing out. It's got the ability to go higher. I wouldn't be looking to get short in here. It would need to be a clear breakdown and a back test where I know these buyers become trapped for then a rotation into here. Until that point, it's a hope. It's not a structural thing. If buyers get trapped in, we break underneath, back test them, and they stop out to become sellers, yes. But until that point, no reason to be forcing a short in here. This is just internally building range. Here's your swing point. This low created this high. This is internal range. Until we break down and do this, there's no short. This can absolutely do this move. We're above previous day high. Remember, daily traders, all the time we're here, they have the chance to trade outside. Remember, this is inside. This is outside. If they want to do an expansive move, we move outside the range. Oh, yeah. I think I'm done. I don't think I'm going to trade anymore today. Pretty tired. Made some good money. Couple nice trades. Really nice trade pre-market. One very small trade in that opening drive, which failed, and then got that winner. Take care, Richard. Catch up on emails here. Just check in if any students replied. Give me a second, folks. As a reminder, those interested, this will say the wrong date, but Tradeify did extend their sale now. I think it's to the 15th of May. I will update this for Monday. But this will extend now into the 15th of May. So those of you interested, there is still 30% sale on all accounts. If it's your first time using it, 40% again. My advice, growth accounts. 50K growth account is the easiest one to pass and make money from. If you're an experienced trader and you're a base hit trader, you've got proven track record, you can think about doing straight to funded. But it's 20% consistency. It is not the easiest one to get money out of. With growth accounts, once you pass them, it's 35% consistency. There is no activation fee. They are definitely the best account on the market. Next one I like, Take Profit Trader. You can take daily payouts from these lot. 30% off for life currently. No activation fee, but just know once you pass the account, they do have trailing drawdown, but that's offset by the fact that you can take payouts every single day. Yeah, Don, it's just that how I've just explained that is basically just how the market works in general. Right, we only move down. You got to think, we only move down. Yeah, you're going to need a seller to make the market move down, but how do we really move down? We move down by buyers being trapped. When buyers are in pain, they start stopping out. Right now, if I'm a buyer in this market, am I in pain? Not really. You know, and even if we start breaking down under here and these buyers get trapped, these are only a small amount of buyers. If we zoom out, right, where's most of the buying taking place recently? All right, we have buyers here, we have buyers here, we have buyers here. So it's only the late buyers who are trapped. It's not like we're under here and all these buyers are trapped and then we're going to use their pain to go lower. Now, if you struggle to see that, if you struggle to understand it on charts like this, it's really easy. Go to like something like this on a TPO, right? And this will show you, this is based on time, not on volume. But you can see each day, I've got a free lesson for this. Each day here, we're walking up, we're moving up, we're moving up, we're moving up, we move sideways, we gap up. All right, so who's stuck? Well, if I'm a seller there, I'm in pain the next day. If I'm a seller there, I'm in pain the next day. Seller there, in pain the next day. Seller here, maybe I add in and I think we're going to get a big breakdown and then I wake up in pain. Ouch. All right, so who's stuck right now? Sellers. Sellers are stuck. Right, so you can use profile and TPO. If you struggle to see it, it will help you. Again, I go through all these things in the course. Everything I'm teaching here in way more detail is in the course. The course is 20 hours on demand, over 40 different modules, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of lessons. And you get this for free, flow zone indicator, and you get the Discord for free. And the Discord's useful because when I'm not here and I'm pre-market, I'm telling you where we're going and when I'm entering and why I'm entering. Same yesterday, gave the thesis overnight. Look, this is overnight. What I think is going to happen. Rebuild this to go higher. If they fail it, we backtest, but inverse head and shoulders. And we talk about everything in here all the time, getting you prepared. Let's go over what Alex said was going to happen on Sunday, right? On Sunday. This is how prepared I was for this week. Where did we talk about it yesterday? Here's Sunday. Oh, look at the date. Ready for NFP week. Earnings continue. ETFs will want to backtest the 200-day. What is this? Pullback, backtest 200-day. VIX looking for breakdowns underneath 25s. This is all played out. This was all prepared on Sunday. It's a big difference. Understanding how the market will likely want to move and then waiting to see if it does it. It's one thing me saying what I'd want to see, and you have to execute it if it does it. What platform do I use? Well, this is TradingView that you're looking at here, and I execute on NinjaTrader. So still holding previous day high here. We're still absorbing it. Still absorbing it. So if shorts came in early there, right, shorts came in early there trying to be like, we're going to break down, we got to break down, we're going to short under previous day high, but here's your swing point. This is still internal range. This low created this high. This is the pain point. If they start, if shorts piled in here, they can start trapping them to go higher again. I'm going to be honest, I'm really not interested in shorts at all today. Even if we break down, I'm okay with the money I've made. I don't really want to play a counter trend trade on a Friday when the NFP print was good, when we are absolutely screaming higher. I'm not really that interested in playing counter trend. Can even think about this. What's that morning? Still holding flag range. Still has the ability to hold this. Shorts are going to be short-lived, basically, until there's a big rotation. You know me, I like good risk reward, I like pro trend trades, and I like to know that I can hold my runners. They still look very trapped to me. These shorts look very, very trapped to me. VIX failing that push up again into 23. If VIX starts rotating down, this will all time out for a squeeze higher. Let's have a look at the market, see where we're at. Most of it's starting to sort of flatten out. Tesla 2.0, oh, I can't really read here. Just wondering why I couldn't see that. There we go. Tesla just over 2% up. Nvidia just under 2.5% up. Meta 4.14% up. Google just under 2% up. Microsoft 2.25% up. Amazon 0.75% down. Apple 3.82% down. That was almost 5% down at one point today. So Apple trying to find bids in front of that 200 level. If you made your money today, just be happy, be grateful for what you made today. Don't be chasing the market. Respect the flow zones in front of you. Not once today has momentum broke beneath deep pullback. This has not happened today, has it? Went into a minor sell here, but deep pullback was always blue. If we move up through the time frames, we're absorbing absolutely everything. Understand that. Just because you might get a little flip on a 1 minute doesn't mean any other time frame is agreeing with you. If I'm going to stay here another hour, folks, I might need to grab a bit of food. So if you can give me a couple minutes and I'll be right back. You should be in longs or partials only from a much earlier entry or not in at all right now. Definitely shouldn't be in shorts right now. I'll be right back, folks. All right, here it goes. You can see that last little wick down to PDH, trap the shorts. IB high coming, 200 incoming. Seller here, 185, 190, 200. Clear skies above that, really. For now, anyway. Here we go. I said, shorts, they do not learn. Anyone still in this? I think one of you was still in it. I forget who was in it. Lots of you left for the day already by the looks of it. How are we doing for likes? Come on, team. You got to smash that like button. Giving you some free education today. Teaching you where they're stuck, why they're stuck, where we can go. Got to help me out. Is this gold? I hope not. If gold was at 20,165 an ounce, I think the world would have gone mad. No, this is NQ you're looking at. Okay, here comes the IB high. IB high being tested here. 700, 5,700 again on the ES. I think a breakout's coming here. We can go straight up to 5,710 on the ES. I don't know if I'd be rich or broke if that was gold. I'd be stealing all my wife's jewelry and selling it, I think, overnight. If there was suddenly gold was at 20,100 an ounce. I'd tell her I'd buy her a ring when it comes back down. It's all right, Phenom. Like, you trade your way. I'm not going to tell you how to trade. Like, if you're comfortable doing that, as long as you're managing risk, it's just a much harder trade, and you can see why. This is a squeeze pattern. Shorts try. They try again. They try again. They try again. They take breakout shorts. They don't get the move under. Their stops are here. They get squeezed out. If we hold this, it goes again. A better short happens if it comes under here, it stays heavy, back down into this. Until that point, for me, no way am I playing it. But that's me. That's how I play the market. It doesn't have to be how you play the market. There's so many ways to trade. Right? There are so many ways to trade. But what I'm trying to teach you is where people get stuck. Some people like playing reversals. Not for me. All my money lost in the market has come from trying to pick tops and bottoms. Mainly tops, to be honest, rather than bottoms. So rejection at IB high there so far. Rejection 700 on ES. If we go in rotational day, we're going to fail the IB high or fail a breakout above the IB high. That would be your IB rotational day. It's just it's an interesting level because effectively this is your opening range. This is your daily previous day high. So anything above this is an outside bar, and this is IB. So this here becomes pivotal into what we do next. This. Those are the two options going into the afternoon. Nothing else. Those are the only two options. But that's a lie. There is something else. This. Could do that. Could absolutely do that. Yeah, Miguel, totally. It's much easier. People just always want me to be on the M1, but look how clean that is to understand. You will see patterns cleaner, won't you? That's what it's trying to do. Get under here. This. The only thing with the M5, like you can trade. I think if I was going to trade just my own book now, I'd just trade the hourly. I don't need to trade in. Hourly tells me everything I need to know. Rebalance of here, trap shorts, boom, 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 boom. Thanks very much. Some in here, add in here, selling into this and this. The thing is, as you go up into the higher the time frame, the bigger your stop size is going to need to be because your swing points are bigger. Right, your swing points are bigger. That's why people like the lower time frame. But that's fine to have bigger swing points. Just size down. Just size down for them. But yeah, really happy for you, Miguel. I saw, I think it was Coop telling you about that maybe last week or the week before. I forget. I remember seeing that in chat and I was like, it's good advice. Good advice. You know me, though, I'm always talking about the hourly, aren't I? Constantly talking about the hourly. Hourly is what I really like. It dictates a lot for me. Hourly, M15, M5. Mindful matters. I personally think people want to be nosy on the 1 minute. What do you mean by nosy? Nosy. I don't know what you mean. I think the 1 minute can trick people into thinking like, yeah, we're going down, you know. Oh, we're going down, we're going down. We're definitely going down. And on the 5 minutes, like, the same thing on a 5 minute. Yeah, we're just pulling back. 1 minute gets people stuck a lot of the time, unless you understand what you're looking at. Oh, yeah, totally. Every tick, every dollar. Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree. Still holding. I think we just drew this out before it happened. Breakout, pull back, hold. Can it do this? Lots of stops up here now. I think if this does break, think about the amount of shorts that are in here from here now. If this does break, you probably get a little volume push up because they're probably all forced to cover. Meta pushing for highs, yeah. It wants that 600, Meta, if it can get going. It wants 600. Amazon trying to go red to green. It's not too far away now. Not too far away. Apple the one lugging. Yeah, just be careful, Tyson. Ugh, don't build any bad habits. You're trading well at the moment. Not much else to do here, folks. You're either already in this, managing your position, or you're not, really. When mentioned not touching bottoms, that means sellers are stuck. Sorry, when did I say didn't touch the bottom? Oh, what I mean, do you mean down here? I mean, they chased this. They chased this short looking to get this move. But you can just wait for this if you want to be short. Sellers are stuck because we haven't broken down underneath this level. Buyers will become stuck if we break down underneath this level. Because then you'll have this volume. This is where volume is. Look at this. Right, you've got buyers and sellers battling out. We break through this level, sellers stop out. We break under this level retest, buyers stop out. Do I like trading when we go sideways? No, no thank you. Not for me. It's not my trading. I like nice, easy trends where I know there's a pain point. There's not much left to aim for. 200 and 305 is the only thing left to aim for. They're pretty extreme points if we're going to go there. The only divergence I saw was earlier in the day, and that was just versus previous day high. There was an occasion earlier where previous day high was taken on the SPY and it wasn't taken on the ES or the NQ on the QQQ, which is why I thought we would drive up around like 910. 910. That was before. That was. Are you talking about in Discord? I wasn't here at 910. In Discord, I was talking about that. It was just that the tape needed to catch up in the Qs. We took previous day high in the SPY and we didn't take it on the others. That's all it was. So my expectation was for the rest of the market to catch up. Still building out here. This is building out to go higher. It's just, can they do it? That's 5,700 is absolutely key on the ES. Look at that. Amazon now gone green. So the only one lagging now is Apple. Everything else, green, 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 green. Yeah, still cannot get through that 700. It's a big level around here, you can see. It's just a choppy zone until they make that decision. My bias is that, you know, if we get through that 700, you get that upside move. Until that point, they're going to keep chopping around between previous day high, opening range high, and the initial balance high. You get through initial balance high, maybe you get a squeeze from 180 to 200. If they can get through 200, the 300s maybe. If they can't get through it, then there's nothing possible. They just have to sit here sideways. We feel a little bit pinned in right now. We've been here since 10 o'clock. We've been here over an hour now in this range. Like, we're building upside momentum, but we've been here an hour. It's quite a long time of building liquidity and building liquidity and building liquidity. Someone at some point is going to get hurt. It's always the way when we build like this. At some point, someone gets hurt. Bias definitely is upside, but it's just whether it can do it. That's the only question. Mr. Billionaire, amazing day. All green on my PAs and 2 evals. Thank you, sir. Question, what heat map do you use and does it auto update? I'm currently using Yahoo's heat map. I use Bookmap, not heat map. It just pulls data from the CME, and so yeah, it's updating. It's looking like we're trying to do this move here now, folks. Can we get going? So reapproach of 700 possible here. on the ES. Again, all of the market other than Apple green. This looks good for a breakout here. It's really, really trying here. Very, very sensitive. QQQ right at its initial balance high. Market looks good. It's just Apple lagging. 97's here now on the ES. Can I get through the 700s? You just want to be careful of a nasty wash if you're in this long already. Just manage your position. You too, Mr. Billionaire. Have a fantastic weekend. Congratulations today being green on everything. Always a nice way to end the week, green. Nothing better than having a good Friday. Nothing worse than having a bad Friday. Because then you have to stew on all the red. But if you're having a good day, like everyone in chat is today, then yeah, going into the weekend feeling very happy. Okay, ES still can't get through that 700s. It's trying to build. NQ with relative strength here. What could possibly happen from 9.58 to now? There you go. Boom! It built it. It's gone. It is gone. 200's incoming. So if you're still in this, you're looking good. Looking good, holding on. If we get through 200s, we can go for that 200-day moving average. All right, but make sure you're selling some into this move. Make sure you are selling some into this move if you are in this. This is very, very strong, but this is the shorts getting stopped out that we talked about. You must be selling some into this move. ES has relative weakness. If they're just going to stop everyone out and turn back inside, this will be the failed breakout on the initial balance. If they can get through 200s and base, there's a chance to keep going higher. Like I said, it looked like it was forming there. It looked really good for that squeeze. Continuing up here. Not quite at 200. It's not too far away, though, is it? It's not too far away. So why did I like that one? This here, rebuilt, held this RBS, rebuilt. This feels good to get to here now. You through that, the only target left through that is all the way up here. So a big moving average target. You will need ES to get going, and probably to do that, you will need Apple to get going. If you're in this, please make sure you're paying yourself a bit more money. Here goes the ES starting to catch up now. ES now through the 700, 701s. So you're watching ES for that initial balance high. Be very careful if you get a failed breakout on the IBH on the ES, okay? You want everything to line up with you. There's a seller on the book here into 200 that we talked about. He's going to get filled up here. You look great, team. So those dips, those who are patient and waiting, what a beautiful move. Top of the red box is what you're looking for. Sorry, folks. Bloody cough. Guess who's just come on the book? Mr. 20,500. That would be nice, wouldn't it? You would need... There's no way we're going up there if Apple can't join the party. You would need Apple to join the party. No, no, we are not buying the top of the red box. We are selling into that move. We have already been long. You are selling into that move. Right, so we were long here. We are adding winners here. Those of you who added into this or this just now, you are selling partials into that move and waiting. If we break out, pull back and hold the IB high, we can think about this move here. But the damage has been done, and we're not going to do that unless ES joins the party like we talked about. Here's the back test of the IB. Remember, initial balance rules still apply. If this is a failed auction, above here and we get stuck here, a rotation to VWAP becomes more and more probable. So far, you're okay. But auction theory will apply here. You have to respect initial balance rules. Rejection there of 700 on the ES. Lagging behind like we talked about. Make sure you've paid yourself here. You do not want to be holding on with full size. You have to pay yourself. Remember, we are trading. We are not investing. Like I talked about earlier in the session. Trade by trade. Hey, great work, Tyson. Nice work, mate. Call it a day there. That's good money. $2,400 on a Friday. Call it a day there. Walk away. Lovely work, buddy. Even if it goes 200 now, like you got the move up and towards it. We were how shy? We were 5 points shy of final target. It was very, very close. $40 minutes until lunch. Very proud of you lot. Go and have some fun, mate. Rolling around on a mat. All right. Still holding flow zones underneath the IB. ES is the key one here. Can't get going. Amazon gone back now. So went red to green, green to red now. Not looking to buy this anymore. No more buys right now. This thing has had its chance. It's had its chance. It would have to like really reprove itself to me. The fact that ES is lagging, that Amazon's just gone, you know, red to green, green to red. Apple now approaching 4% down. Yeah. Yeah, mate. It was nice. There you go. Starting to see some fails come into the market here. Underneath the initial balance. All of the market now underneath the initial balance. So far, a failed breakout of that IB. We would have liked, even if I was going to take the short trade, I would rather see it take out the 200 first before trading underneath the IB. But there we go. Starting to see some rotation here. Apple almost 4% down here. Market looks like it's thinking about going for those VWAPs. Back down to the bottom side of range. BU says, I usually don't do all that well on Fridays. Today's been great. Thanks, Alex. Hey, thank you. Thank you for turning up, putting in the work. Moore says, done for the day. 150 up. Definitely overtraded. I need to work on that. But regardless, happy to end the Friday green. Thanks, Alex. Happy weekend all. Yeah, happy weekend, everyone. Green day's a good day. Take the lessons with it. And it sounds like you already have. You said you've overtraded. You already know the lessons. That's great. So you made money and it's not cost you to learn the lessons. So make sure that goes in your journal. Back to those deep pullback flow zones here. Market's starting to just cool off into lunch by the looks of it. Aga, I'm happy to call it a day. Thanks, Alex. You're welcome. Oh, Marek, are you going to teach me? Am I doing any more shopping this weekend? Definitely not. Donna Smith at 4,000, lovely work. Definitely not doing any more shopping this weekend. No chance. I've never been so bored in my life. It genuinely was 2 seconds away from falling asleep outside an H&M. I don't know how long it takes to try on clothes, honestly. Yeah, exactly, Aaron. That's it. That's exactly it. I need a mobility scooter, the amount of time it takes, you know? Kelly Girl, welcome aboard. Thanks for joining. Appreciate the support. All right. Still stuck inside this range here. ES cannot get going for that move above the 700s. The only target left is 20,200 and the 200-day moving average. Nothing else to look at. We've had the easy low-hanging fruit trades today to the upside. VIX trying to build out here as well at 23s. Thank you, Kelly Girl. Yeah, if you're interested, if you just found me today, take your time. Lots of free education on the channel. If you're interested, there is a course, links down below. 20-hour course, over 40 modules. Everything's there. A lot of people you'll see in the chat right now have done or are doing the course. Course comes with this indicator completely for free and lifetime access to the Discord as well, where I trade in the afternoons. All right, so breaking down here a little bit, but still just holding range like we talked about. This is the liquidity being built for the session. This is the stop hunt on all the shorts, so they just got driven out of the market. This can happen later on in the session if it really wants, if we're going to go into rotational. But right now we're in an outside bar because we're protecting previous day high. Momentum's starting to shift, but like the problem with looking for shorts is you just counter trend. So like, what's your target if you're looking for a short? You're looking to take these guys out, I guess, into VWAP. It's just from a structural point of view, not that easy. There's your RBS, there's the breakout. So you're going to try and abuse these lot for a move into here. You'd have to see it stay heavy for any continuation. It's possible it comes, but you're fighting against, you know, the hourly, the 4 hour, the 15-minute, the daily. Doesn't mean it doesn't roll over a little bit, but the only thing rolling over is a lower time frame. Not yet, John. Working on it. Still working on it. Needs a few more tweaks. Yeah, ES is pulling back to that break and retest level. Depends if they want to absorb here. This is where they've been absorbing all day. Spiders just came back down to VWAP. So SPY into VWAP for the first time since the morning drive where we ducked under it. So if we wash here, maybe it goes for those stops at sort of 20, what's that, 111 or something. You know, we're just into the bottom side of the range right now. ES finding a little bid on VWAP. VIX right at the 23s. Nothing's really changed here, folks. How long have I got? Half an hour left. If we drive up, I guess, and fail 20,060s, 20,070s, and they want to really attack these lows into 20,023, there's maybe a scalp there, but not much more than that right now. If we start breaking down heavy, it's going to be very clear and obvious. You're going to get profit taking on the Fridays. You'd need to see pops start to fail and a rotation outside of the top side of this range. Your only targets really basically would be this into here, and then we either need a back test of that to come back down. Be very careful of the trap back up. But the thing is, there's no liquidity down here on the book other than 20,050. There's 100 lot. If they're going to go down there, maybe. Starting to try and break down here. Let's see if they start breaking down. ES coming back towards previous day high. Not there yet, though. SPY still finding a bid off VWAP for now. Let's see. Definitely not convinced yet for me. Again, it would be counter trend if you take this, and this is where they've been bidding up all morning. This is where they got stuck as sellers, became buyers. You get under there, then maybe this opens all this traps. But it's Friday, man. Like you should have made your money with me. Like we're 30 minutes from lunchtime on a Friday. Do they go for that previous day high? Can they attack these stops down here? SPY still finding a bid off its VWAP right now. Here you go. Here's previous day high check here. So all the buyers stops are underneath. So we've taken out sell stops this side. Do we take out the buy stops this side? And then how do we react after that? Is key now. Going to be right back here, folks. Use the bathroom quick. All right. Still the same thing then. Question is right now, can they produce? Do these shorts try and take control versus this for this move down? Again, like I said, I'm not interested in trading in this range right now. If shorts don't get the breakdown here, they get stuck and they've just come in again to get stuck to go upside. So not looking to execute in this range, especially on a Friday. We're getting close to lunch. Not even sure how many of you are left here right now. Probably not that many. Numbers diminishing by the minute. So technically still protecting, aren't we? Think about it. That's the range. This is the swing low. We've protected that swing low, right? We have not broken down underneath. It has the ability to go up. Shorts will try and produce a lower high here. If they fail to do it, they get squeezed again. That's why I don't like picking tops. I'd much rather, if shorts want to take control and do this and show willingness to go lower, fine. But again, what's the main trend? So you're playing a counter trend pullback if you're going to play that on the higher time frame. Hardest trade in the book. Oh, man. And they caught them again on ES by the looks of it. Still projecting previous day high. This is the battleground now. If shorts want to come in, they got to come in here and force a lower high followed by a lower low. If they are unable to do that, they just got themselves trapped again. Again, like I said, there's not much liquidity lower. There's a buyer down at 20,050, but other than that, on the book map, it looks like not a lot there. Most of the liquidity right now is closer and upside. 20,190, 20,200. That's where the liquidity is. That's what the magnets are right now. Very patient. Like I said, I think I'm done. I'm just like looking at it, trying to think where we want to go. Said all week, this is where the market wants to go. It's very, very close to it. This trap down here was the juice to get there. Now it's just like, can it actually get there, or do we stop short for next week and leave it for next week? Once we get up into these levels, market will need to start making some decisions. Yeah, SPY still holding VWAP. The ETF dictating things right now. Still holding VWAP. Still below that high of day. Still beneath 5,700 on the ES. It's definitely still key, but still got the ability to build liquidity here to go higher. This can be just a 2-leg pullback on like a 5-minute, which will allow that drive higher if they catch them. Again, I'm not playing this. I'm not interested in playing in this range here. This is where everyone is getting chopped up. Easier moves we took already. We already played the longs already today. We took these moves already today. All right, we're done now. I took this move pre-market. We're done now. Easy moves have been and gone. I'm not buying anymore, Quabs. I'm probably done. Like I said, you got to remember, like my low-hanging fruit trade, the easiest trade today was the trade for previous day high, which happened pre-market. Right here, 20,000, Globex high, over under. I entered long right here, 20,028. Moving my stop up. Target was 20,120. We hit it. We did it. So now anything else is just a move back towards the 200-day. There's nothing else left to look for. 20,200 and then the 200-day moving average. ES trying to go again here. Have they trapped enough shorts yet again here? What are you talking about, Peter? Like this? I mean, it wants to come up. Like, it's just trapped them again down here. Look how many times it's trapped them down here. They're so, like, shorts is just so belligerent in trying to be the first to get the move that they've just got themselves caught again. Like I said to you, I'm not interested into the short unless we break down. It would have had to do this. A lower high, a lower low, a retest, and then stay heavy. I'm not looking to guess tops and bottoms. So, but we are in. We have to respect. This is the thing you have to expect. This is your IBH. It's respecting the IBH. We break above. Maybe we get through 20,200. We pull back and hold. Maybe. We get below, then we're going to get a rotation. But it's a Friday. Why is it everyone, like, if we've had the low-hanging fruit move, pre-market in Discord, here together, why try and force something? Why try and force this? Look, is this fun to trade? I don't think so. This is nice. This is nice, but low-hanging fruit's gone. Low-hanging fruit, we said 70, the next stop 200, next stop here. I just don't care about trading once the easy moves have gone. I don't want to make life hard for myself. Key for me will be the ES, right? ES remains key. That's 700s. It's just trapped again under here, protecting previous day high. This is an outside bar. This is the key level. Break above, hold. Break above, hold. We have upside, but this is clearly where sellers are. We get turn those sellers into buyers. You get the upside move, but you need ES to join in. It's looking better for sure. It's looking better, but you just got to be careful. Like, just everything is on a knife edge right now. Again, not changed my thesis once. We are upside until there's a clear breakdown. There's no clear breakdown yet. Between 9:58 and 10:13, is there a break of structure? 9:58 and 10:13. 9:58 and 10:13. I mean, I don't know what time frame you're looking on, but like there's like these are breaks to the upside, right? That's break, pullback, resistance becomes support. We've held that ever since, right? Resistance, 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 support, 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 support. That's the level. That's the level that we're holding. All the time we're holding that, not thinking about shorts. Initial balance here again. ES just shy of that 700 again. They just caught shorts again. Again, they caught shorts. Can see the level. Like, ES is the one holding us back from doing anything crazy right now. No, Zach, I'm not in it. I don't know how many times I have to say it. I've made my money today. I've taken the low-hanging fruits. I'm not trading any more of this. If you want to trade this, by all means trade it. But I'm done. We are 15 minutes away from lunchtime on a Friday. I've absolutely smacked this session to pieces. If we're going to go upside, that's fine, but I'm really not bothered about trying to get any more out of this day. Got my money. But if you're going to wait, just wait. You can wait to see this breakout through. You're either in it already, or you're like, if you're playing the edge of the range, right? If you're buying these, you're already in it. If you're buying these, you're already in it. You can wait to afford to wait for this now. You will need ES to join in. If ES refuses to get through IB high, if it refuses to get through 700, like, it's just, you're trying to squeeze the very last bit of juice out of a lemon, which has already made you lemonade, right? You need a fresh lemon. Fresh lemon comes when there's a clear breakout, pullback, and everyone's stuck again. Jeff Stewart, have a nice weekend, Alex. Off to work. All green trades today. Your info is spot on. Hey, lovely work, Jeff. Hope you have a good day at work, my friend. Enjoy your weekend with your loved ones. You can see ES stuck. It's 3 ticks away from that 700. Peter, still have a position from 20,110. Want to go, but placed order on Apex without choosing stop loss. Once you place an order on TradingView, you can't change it, so I'm stuck. Can you not press a limp? You can't put a stop in anymore. Didn't know that. That's crazy. There's no way of putting a limit sell on it instead of a stop and moving your limit sell up. Wow. What about if you log into... what about if you log in direct to TradeOvate? Yes, trying to build out again. Again, it's trying to build out to go higher. The 700's absolutely key. Seller here now on the book. 90s through 90s, 200s. Those are the sellers on the book. You can see them on Bookmap right now. They're making it very clear where they are. Yes, trying for 700s again here. 99.50s. Can we get going? Can we get through this, through 200s? Are we going to go all the way to 300s today? I have no idea. It's going to depend on what these market makers are willing to let happen. It's trying, though. By all means, it's trying. Here comes 80s and 90s. Through 700s now, 700.50. You want to see a clean breakout and push here. Here you go. Can we get through high of day here? Can we get through to the 200s? What we've been waiting for all day. So those of you who are in this, you can take a little partial in front of 200. Through 200, you probably get a nice little squeeze up. Remember, 305 is the 200-day moving average on the NQ. Got very close to higher day there. You would expect it to come and take it. Again, a lot of this relying on the ES. Next pop of high of day, you'll get a stop run. That pop through, let's just call it 95s, will take you to 200. Through 200, you get a nasty stop run up. And shorts get run out. Let's just say that. They're the last shorts left in the market right now. Again, ES still struggling, still not through the initial balance high yet. Everything else looking good. VIX down at 22.75s right now. You want to see VIX start to break down. We're just at the top side of the range, though, remember. Right, we kept talking about this so far. This is the range. This is the extreme of the range. We've failed up here. If we can get above this and hold that. If we get above that and failed auction, initial balance, rotation, VWAP. Those are the plays. Nothing has changed. There was no shorts in here. No reason to short this, like I kept saying. Zero reason to short this. ES still cannot get a big breakout above the 700. It's popped above it a few times, but no continuation higher. NQ back towards its IB high. Lagger, yes, an absolute lagger. Going to make it very hard for you guys to get to 200s if it keeps doing this. There it goes. So maybe now you're going to get that break. Like I said, 95 break will take you probably straight to 200, I would imagine. Ooh, got close there, didn't it? 94.25s, 95 break should take you to 200. ES trying to get going now. 701, 701.75, 71.50. Can it get through that IB high of day on the ES? 703.75. That's the stop run level for the ES. Next stop for them, 710. Here you go. There's 705. Here's the stop run to 200 that you're looking for. Partial into this if you're in it, please. Hold your runners above this. Max pain on the day will be 305 for the 200-day moving average and top Bollinger Band. Here comes 200s. There's not much left to aim for, so make sure you are paying yourself. Yes, very close to that IB high. 703.75 is the high. 702.25 is where you're at now. That's basically your 200 level. 200 level probably pops and you go straight through it. Next level of liquidity I'm seeing on the book is 20,225. So you got a 25 point sort of pop on a stop loss hunt there if it can do it. We have 10 minutes left until lunch. Just be smart, folks. Be smart. Manage your positions correctly. Do not be greedy. You're already in this managing a position or you're not in it at all. Oh, Michelle, that's a pain. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. Okay, we got very close there. Didn't quite get it. Yes, still not through its IB. It's trying to get through its IB. You must take a partial into this move into 200 and hold for a squeeze above it. Running out of things to aim for. We're coming into like a big daily imbalance. The 200 is the high, basically, I'm looking at from the 27th of March. We pop through that, and we can look at the top Bollinger Band and 200 day. If we can't get through that, it's going to be tricky. ES still rejecting its initial balance high. Back to 700 here. If they don't find a bid here, can wash back down. Like I said, I'm not trading this, folks. I made my money. Anyone who trades with me understands that when I see a low-hanging fruit and I take that trade and I execute, that's my signal. I'm done. I'm not looking to overtrade this. Yes, it's possible it can go for the top Bollinger Band and 200-day moving average, but it's making it much harder for you than the low-hanging fruit trade. You're trying to trade upside on NQ when Apple cannot get going and when Amazon's red. Those are the two biggest companies in the world, and they are not willing to trade upside right now. Just think about that. Easy trade was to previous day high and 70s, which we took. Failing again. So it's had numerous attempts, cannot do it. What's up, Black Moon? Yes, trying to reclaim 700 again. How many attempts can it have here of popping that IB high? You are 7 minutes away from a new hourly bar here, folks. Point of control on the session now are up at 70s. Most of your volume on the session is at 70s now. So rotating volume up. Yeah, we got it. We got it done. Say I nailed it. I mean, so far I'm 2 points short. It'd be nice if it hits it. Yeah, no, I knew what you meant. 20,200. We got very, very close. It's just that daily level. All right, it's just understanding where's the max pain. It's this wick right here. All right, so if you were swing short, think about this move here. That's the trade back inside. That's where they get short in this range. This is their max pain. All right, so if they're swing short, we've traded down, We've taken this stop out. This is the last stop run to do, which we've basically done. Right? Anything in here is a bonus. This is an imbalance. And 200-day and the top bowl. When we rotate on dailies, we rotate top bowl, bottom bowl, trend, 5-day, mean reversion, 20-day, trend, 5-day, bottom bowl, 5-day, bottom bowl, mean reversion, 20-day, 5-day, 20-day, 5-day, trend up, top bowl. All right. I have to understand in a bear market, this 200-day matters. We haven't been beneath this for a back test for a long time. But think about this back here in 2021. Very similar. Peak high, rotation off the high, fail, lower bowl, 200-day test, fail, lower lows, lower bowl, 200-day test, fail, trend down. All right, we are not fully bullish. We're not bullish until we start reclaiming that 200-day, this yellow line. All right, so once we reclaim it, March 23, we go full on send it. All right, and you can see a really nice bull run here. Extension, pull back to 200-day. Extension, pull back to 200-day. 200-day. Extension, fail under, retest, heavy. Decision point. What do we do rest of the year? This will dictate. Do we go down? Do we reclaim, go up? Raphael, you've been on fire the last 3 days. Now is the weekend. You're getting cold. You need a jacket. So my aircon's just come on. I just felt it. I think it's nice outside. Oh, it's a bit crap, actually. It's a bit crap. It's a bit pathetic. What the market... It's just taking time. We're coming into lunch. It's trying to get there. It's just lagging behind because of, you know, when you've got the second biggest company in the world, Apple... 3.8% down, not wanting to trade upside, you're going to have a bit of lag issue in the ability to move higher. But it looks like it's trying to do it. Look, everything is a grind higher right now. Here it comes. This looks good to come and take it now. If you're still in this, it looks good. ES very close to popping that IB high. These are where the stops are. This is the pain point. I've got to turn this aircon off. It's freezing. It's just like an overcoat, like a fleece. Here you go. This is going to do it now. They're building up just to run those last level of stops out at 200. 67 lot there. About to get taken. There you go. There you go. All right, so there you go. There you go. Make sure you're locking in. Anything now is a bonus up to that 305. It is just bonus territory right now. The only thing left to look for is the top Bollinger Band and the 200-day moving average for a back test. You have had the easy moves. Easy moves. That was the last level that they wanted to really aggressively take, which they've just done. So there's nothing else to aim for now. Like literally, there's nothing left other than a 200-day moving average and a top Bollinger Band. Unless they're going to be like really bullish and Apple's going to catch a bid, and it's going to go and trade all the way, up to 500s, which I find hard to see, given that Apple can't get going and Amazon can't get going. I can't see us printing another 300 points higher. So you've had the low hanging fruits. It's now lunch. Look, they just took the target just before lunch. So everything you want to see. The two buy signals. Which ones? These? Bingo, bingo. And if you know to ignore this because we're above the lower time frame algo and we're above the deep pullback, if you just focus on pro trend, buy, job done, right? You don't need to do anything else. Keep it stupid simple. Hold runners. If it wants to go 305, fantastic, but we're only looking for buys today, like I said, all day long, not looking for sells. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. When you know the flow zone system, easy peasy. All right, folks, that's it. Thank you, BH. That's it from me. I will see you Monday morning, nice and early, 9:15 pre-market. As always, please be careful if you're going to continue trading the rest of the day. All right, this either squeezes all the way up to 305, which it looks like it suddenly wants to do. It either does that move and you get lucky with your runners, or you're over and out and done. Is this news hitting? What is this? This feels like news. Robo-taxi deployment, Uber. I don't see anything else. That is just a nasty stop hunt there by the looks of it. Well, we said long only. If you get a runner to 305, you do very well. I can't see any other news hitting here. So I think that's just a wild stop hunt. Some short. Do you remember yesterday we talked about when shorts get blown out? This is what you see. This is what you see, right? Unless that was news. Oh, hang on. Beijing weighs fentanyl offer to start trades talks with the US. Okay, so it's tariff. It's basically tariff news between China and the US based on fentanyl offer. Trump's proposed budget includes $3.2 billion over 3 years for the US contribution to the World Bank funds for the poorest countries. Yeah, so this is all about Beijing weighs a fentanyl offer to the US to start trade talks. That's what that's all about. And we just wrecked everyone. Next stop. If you are still in this, you can look for a fill. What's the top of this daily? Hang on a second, folks. Yeah, 95s and 305s. I don't see it able to do much more than that. More than that would be for a trade up to 540. So I'll be looking for a trade basically into 900. If you can hold a runner here into 900 and this 200 day, right? That is so much pain for shorts. It's unbelievable. Max pain is all the way up here. I don't see us doing that unless the whole market starts going green, which it is trying to suddenly start doing. So you look good. Like I said, if we break this, you might get a nasty stop run. This is it. They're getting forced to cover out now, and it's with news as well on volume. On volume. Imagine if you were short in this session now. You're absolutely cooked. You are cooked. Okay, so be very, very careful. Like I said, I'm done for the day. We hit all the targets. The only thing left is that 300 level. So if you're holding runners, that's where you're holding to. I'll be back Monday, 9:15. And we go again. Be smart trading on a Friday afternoon, folks. All right, just be smart. Don't be forcing your way into the market. You had the low-hanging fruits. Don't be chasing anything. Don't be fighting the tape. Don't be doing anything like that. Low-hanging fruits have been and gone. All right. Peace and love. Be kind. Be humble. Learn your lessons from today. And those in Discord are popping now. And then we will speak in the afternoon. And I'll see the rest of you Monday morning. Use hard stops. Peace out.